real though. Like I couldn't stop smiling actually. Just people just coming on here and it's like damn, nobody even said anything. We haven't even got started. And I feel that the energy moving. I feel the love in this space. So it's like, what a gift, man. What a gift to be here. And today we're gonna be pointing at being seen, being heard, and being bright. And that's just what I felt. I felt like the energy spoke. The energy actually created the topic for us already. It's like that's what I just felt. I felt everybody was willing to be seen. We got at least a light up in here. Everybody being heard. People put their voices on here, and now the brightness was already in the space. When you woke up this morning, the sun was like, "I'm so glad they woke up. They running bright. I'm so glad you woke up." So yes, so happy that everybody is here. It's always a gift. It's always a pleasure that people show up and just decide to shine with us. And we better get right into it. I always love to do this though because I want to set the mood. I like to say set the listening for everybody, just to create the space because it's about us being seen. It's about us being heard. And I want to just acknowledge everybody. I literally acknowledge everybody on here. I literally could, and I am. I'm gonna just do that. I'm gonna just do that actually because I can. First of all, I want to acknowledge my boy Jared right here, and I acknowledge people for who they're being. Jared is an open heart. Jared is literally a light on this planet. This dude, every time we talk, he just brings me to this place of where I remember and recognize myself. He's pure love. I talk about leadership. I talk about guidance. I talk about intuition. Everything that he's being is he's given me a deeper capacity to see myself and experience myself and create an intimate relationship with myself. So thank you, Jared, for being here, bro. I love you. Gadimshi, my boy, Gadimshi, co-host up in here. We call Gadimshi the magic man. He's just magic. He literally joy. Look at his smile right now, man. Someone that I just count on, like someone that I talk to, literally we talk every week, 3 times a week actually. And every time we talk, we just fall into the spirit together and we create possibility. We create miracles every time that we talk together. And it's just one of those things where it's like, I'm like, oh yeah, I keep saying this, but I know God loves me because I have all these godly reflections in my life. Redemption is one of those godly reflections. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm good. I ain't got to worry about nothing when I'm with Gadepshi. Thank you, Gadepshi. Appreciate you, brother. I don't know if y'all know you lead to light. You lead to light. Yeah. Like whoever starts a meeting like this where he go around and just acknowledge everybody. Like who does that? I do. Because you lead to light is my queen. I freaking love her. We've been together for almost 3 years now. It might be 3 years. I might be getting mixed up. But my transformation and my healing, the reason that I'm showing up today, the reason that I'm so bright is because of Yulita. She's helped me move through so many shadows, so many ideas of unworthiness, and allowed me to be the man that I am today. Thank you, Yulita. I love you. Let's go. So I met Jess. I talked to Jess a while back, like maybe like 3 or 4 months ago. And Jess is just, y'all saw how she got on here. She was shining. She's a sunshine. And she's going through a major transformation. She's a mom. I think you have 2 kids. She's a mom of 2 kids, and she always sharing love. 4 kids, mom of 4 kids. I got it wrong. She's even a super mom. She got 4 kids. Yeah, Jess is really love, and she's here supporting. I just asked her yesterday, she just showed up. So that's what she is being. She's being a supporter. She's being a lover. She's being a light. Thank you, Jess. Yvette, hey, y'all know about Yvette. Like Yvette is Yvette the truth. That's my soul sister. You know, she's bringing so much love and light to this planet in her own way. She's a creative. She's so intelligent, and she's a powerful mother that's always supporting all of us. And Daily, what's up, Daily? Daily ain't on the screen, but Daily, he's a master man. He's a poet. He's a writer. He's a speaker. He's an inspired guy. This dude's funny. He's just a amazing. What is it? What's the word? Just an amazing being. His energy just exudes. When you hear his voice, you're like, oh yeah, y'all know that guy. Thank you, Daily, for being here. Cool. I just seen everybody. I don't know if when we have like 20 people on here, I can't do that no more. But I'm like, we got 6 people in here. I just want everybody to know that I see y'all for real though. Like for real, I really see y'all, and I really appreciate y'all for being here, being seen and being heard. That's what we're doing today. And I'm gonna just start here. Is that if you knew what you were, you would allow yourself to be seen and heard every single day. So we always gonna point to the same thing. If you know what you are, if you knew the love that you were, if you knew the power that you were, if you knew the nature of your beingness, which is pure love, which is innocence, which is God, which is pure magic, you would allow yourself to be seen and heard every day. You would never shy away. If you could see what you are, you would be blinded by the light because you're so bright.
Mm.
That's all that we're gonna be pointing to. Yes, good Dempsey.
I love this. Thank you. Thank you. The first thing okay. The first thing that came to me was like allowing. It was like allowing because it's almost like we've got this like black and white thinking about like maybe some emotions that we might feel. And so because of this particular feeling, I'm not going to say this or I'm not going to show this. And it's like we're not allowing this thing to be seen by kind of hiding it from ourselves. So the word allowing came up so deep. It was more like, what are we choosing to allow? Well, we're allowing everything of our being. We're allowing everything of ourself. We're allowing everything of our spirit. And that is just, it seems that we want to explain something that's so simple, but it's almost don't need too much explanation. So I'm not too sure where we're going to take this word allowing, but we're going to sense for what we are allowing and also what we're disallowing. Because there
Mm.
shouldn't be anything that we're disallowing. We should be recognizing that this disallowing is happening and just opening that space up for a channel, open that space up for the flow. And then from there, we're watching our expression, and now we're actually allowing this consciousness that we are to be experienced. We're speaking, we're creating, we're writing, we're singing. I don't know. We might have to pop a song on here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Straight up, the allowance. I love allowance, and I think I don't even think I know that is being seen and being heard and being bright. It's allowing your light
Mm-hmm.
and allowing your light to be shined on the darkness, your dark things, the things that you're shameful about, the things that you're guilty about, the things that you judge yourself for. Allowing that light to be shined on that and to see that and see, oh, that's okay too. That's still deserving of love. That's still deserving to be seen. I can still be heard in my nervousness and my anxiousness and my inability to see myself. I can still be seen because guess what? God already seen you. So why are you turning away from yourself?
Mm-hmm.
Why are you turning away from yourself? Are you that bad, really? No, you're not that bad. You're not that bad. You're really not that bad. You are the one that's going to see you, and so we can run around this world and hey, can you see me? Can you hear me? Can you see? We can do all that all day, or you can just sit inside and sit in your room and sit in the presence and see yourself and see how beautiful you are. Allowing that expression, and so and then she said, "How much are you not allowing?" And so if you're denying things, you're not allowing all of you. And that's okay too. But that denial is you pushing yourself away. That denial is that, oh no, this is unworthy. Oh no, this is not good. Who are you to say that?
And it's true that who are you to not love that? Because that is all of you that you have there. It's like we're like really looking in the world for things or for like experiences or possessions, but it's like you have this feeling that you're running away from in the hopes of acquiring these things that's going to give you a feeling that's different than the feeling that you have. And so we're living in avoidance of what we have by checking for other things. It's like actually you find everything within yourself when you actually take care of what you do have, even though it's not that awesome, even though it's not that fun, even though I'm about to be a little nervous because I don't have nothing to say. So, whatever the feeling is, like having that fully, it literally it's kind of interesting. It's almost like a
Mm-hmm.
fun game because once you say, okay, I'm just gonna be anxious. That's how you feel? Okay, I'm just gonna be anxious, but you're not gonna like talk to yourself anxious, but you just communicate to yourself, I'm just gonna be like what this is. It's so funny how it dissolves. It's almost like holding an ice cube with hot hands. It's like hold it as long as you think, but as soon as it's gonna be gone, it's gonna be like, wow, I have some wet hands. Then you can dry them off, and then it's like I don't feel nothing but warmth. You feel me? And then you don't have no ice in your hands, and so every emotion is kind of like ice. Sometimes anger is a little different than ice, but you know, it once you kind of embrace it, it changes because your presence, your consciousness, your light, your focus, your attention is present with that very thing that you would be moving away from. And so everything becomes obedient because you become along with everything. And so everything is like, I just want to be seen by you. I just came to be seen by you. I know I'm going to be gone soon. I just want to say what's up because, I'm a little frustrated. And then it's like, yeah, I am a little frustrated. And then you move into this deep breath. Y'all want to go to the deep breath?
Let's go to deep breath.
And then it go. And then from the deep breath, you're holding whatever you have. And then it's different. It's like Play-Doh now. It's a little frustrated Play-Doh, but it's not frustrated brick and stone like it was when I was carrying it on my forehead. And so now I took a deep breath, and then it's like everything can be obedient to the deep breath. Everything can be allowed through the deep breath. And so whatever you meet up with, you just, all right, I'm just gonna take this deep breath. And then this thing just starts doing a whole bunch of dances. Either do a little shimmy or hit the little slide. Then one time you take your deep breath, you can just really move through everything. And so allowing also reflects you moving into the space of like calm with that exact experience.
Yes. 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 I
I'd like
love
to
the
share.
allow.
Let me
Go
share.
ahead.
Let me share something here. Let me share something here. I love that. I love that. It's really about just welcoming everything in my experience, in our experience, and understanding that God is only going to bring up things that we can actually have the capacity to integrate and handle. And everything that is arising, whenever it's like a fear, a doubt, or an insecurity, it's happening for us. It's happening for our expansion, our growth. It's like these are parts of ourselves that are needing love and acceptance. And us, like who we are as a presence of love, we can give that to them just by being with them, breathing into that area in our body where we're feeling the tension. And we're actually going through a process of alchemization, of transformation in that very moment, where we actually then have greater capacity to hold space for these things that are arising. And so, yeah, for me, it's just about like recognizing that everything is happening for me. And there's literally nothing that arises in me that is not love. And that's where all the power lies.
Mm.
Yes. Yes, Jared. Thank you. This is it. Like, no, he said everything is for me, actually. He said everything is for me. Oh, I gotta pay my bills and I'm worried. That's for you. Oh, I don't have any money in the bank. That's for you. Oh, my kids just did something. That's for you. Oh, that person is judging me. That's for you. No, everything is for you. It really is for you to alchemize. Literally everything. And so this is an opportunity. So the allowance, when you allow, you're not moved. When you allow, you're not moved. When you allow, you are immovable. You build a foundation on something that's true in the sense of if you don't allow this anxiety, then you're going to resist the anxiety and you're going to be moved by the anxiety. If you don't allow the anger, then you're going to resist the anger and then you're going to be moved by the anger. If you don't allow the frustration or the shame or the guilt, you're going to resist it and you're going to be moved by it. And so we want to be immovable. We want to be stable beacons of light. We want to be in the equilibrium. There is no time right now. We want to be in the equilibrium right now. And so we be in the middle and not moved by allowing, because we start to see it for what it is. It's like, oh, this is another beautiful expression of God. This is God's energy. This shame, this trepidation, this fear, it's literally God's energy. It can't be any other thing. There is no two powers. There's only one power. There's only life. Since there's only life, it's only life expressing in its multitude of ways. How are you relating to life? Are you judging life? Oh, this life. Oh shit, I don't want that. I don't want that. It's like, well, why not? Well, why not? Why can't you hold that? it's a forgetfulness, and that's okay too. It's a forget. I'm running and I'm resisting because I'm forgetting the spaciousness and the grace that I am. I'm forgetting the infinite being that I am, and that's okay too. And so everything is always an opportunity for it to. Everything is for it to be seen. Actually, I love Ganem. She says there's no better feeling than the feeling that you have right now. So whatever feeling you have right now, that is the best feeling that you could ever have. You better fucking rejoice in it. Thank God I feel this way. Like, let's go.
I love that. I love that, bro. And you're right. It's like, have that, have that, and see what happens. Because it's like, what do you think that this creative, loving, intelligent, spontaneous, ever-giving universe is going to give you? Like, our blood is flowing, our hearts are beating right now by a divine alignment, placing. You know, the elementals are working on our bloodstreams, our bodies are living vessels. You know, it's like, you really think that this frustration is not something that could be good? Like, either we're building a resilience, we're learning ourselves. I mean, the descriptions that we can put on things is really infinite, but we just have to have this mind for a positive perspective, because we can place a positive perspective on anything. Something could be happening right now and we can just look for the good in it, and it could be barely any. But if you look for it, you'll damn sure find it there, because you're only going to find what you're looking for. And so we find these experiences and kind of look at the losses or look at the insignificance of having to go to this other account to get money out. But then it's like, we can place a better meaning than this loss that we're choosing to focus on. You're using it for something. This is going to have this. This is going to this. Life is progressive, and we can give that recognition in those moments, because it brings us back to that word immovable. And I love when you said that, bro. That's what I had to write down, because I saw this picture. It was kind of like something about the bank account, and then the being starts to act in ways that are less than aligned because of this, what you're seeing. But then that might not be in your integrity. So being moved by something is not fully accepting it, but then having it be the reason for everything.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
it's kind of weird. I saw that, but it's kind of weird. I never said that before. It's like, now it's like, for example, I'm going to do everything to get money, but then I'm not going to do what I really love to do. But at the same time, it's like trying to be immovable by terms of money. We talked a lot about that, me and Dave. And so we decided that we're only doing what we love, and we've been doing what we love, and we've been getting money for doing exactly what we love. But not for the money, for what we love. And it's happened, and it's happening, all from that decision and from that choice of being movable, from the sense of not having money in the bank account, or from feeling like you're not loving your job anymore, or whatever the sense was. And so I love that word immovable, and it made me just really want to be still and know what am I really carrying. I do a lot of cleaning over here, you feel me? I obviously sleep in the house of the Lord, you feel me? So it's like, I'm checking, but this opportunity is giving me a deeper range of sight in there. So I was just so excited to say that.
Yes. Dude, that's so cool. I love that you just said, like, the thing that we resist, we give that the reason for everything now.
Mm.
Like, that's the reason that I'm doing everything now. We don't see it. That's the reason that I'm running on this fucking treadmill right now, because of this. It's like, oh, because you were moved by that. Do you see that? And I mean, if you don't see it, that's okay, but just know that you don't have to, that's not the reason. This is like, this is how we clean it up. No reason, just love.
Mm.
No reason, just love. What if you allow no reason, just love? It's like, fam, you woke up today. There was no reason for you waking up. It's just love. I've been saying it's like I reach out to people, and most people, you send them a message, it's kind of agenda. What you up to today? I sent them a message. I was like, hey, what's going on? Just sending some love. for no reason, just love. You don't got to respond to me.
Mm.
And so, can we allow no reason to be a navigation for us? Just love. I'm actually just posting this video for love. I'm actually just saying these kind words for just for love. I'm actually creating space for myself, even though that it might not. It's like this. You're in your house. I'm just using this analogy because I don't have kids, but I know a family that got kids, and I know some of our beautiful moms on here that have kids. And so you got the kids playing around the house, and you really feel that you want to break right now, that you want to take a deep breath. But you know that there are things to tend to with the kids. Can you allow yourself to just go in the room and sit in a room for like 10 minutes just for love, even though you have so many reasons to go outside and tend to the kids? Can you allow yourself to just be, oh, I'm sitting here just for love? No reason. Like, this does not make any sense for me right now to be sitting in this fucking room when all these kids are running around. It doesn't make sense for me to do this. Can you do it for just love, though? Can you post just for love? Can you just do it just for love? And it looks different every time. It looks different every time. And we all have our own thing. It's like, no, it really would make sense for me to go get some money. It really makes sense for me to go get this job. It would make sense for me to go get the fucking job. Real though. And that's okay. And just for love, it's like, well, I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to just sit here and fucking sit by the pool today. There's no reason for you to do that. Just love. Yeah, that's kind of cool, bro.
Yeah, bro. Something I recognize too is in those just for love moments, you find more than what you would find looking for something. Like sometimes, depending on how you approach those 10 minutes, maybe if it's in a situation with a mother, she may find something in her awareness that is supportive to the children that she's about to go tend to, and she might find some energy to also do that. Like with the brothers or sisters with the jobs, they may actually have an idea of something that, oh, I knew that I wanted to actually post this because I was selling those, and that might come in those moments. And so I love the term going to zero, because those moments, you can use those moments to go to zero. You could use the breath to go to zero. You can listen to the breeze that's happening in your window. It's so many things you can do just to say, okay, this moment is just for this moment. Maybe 5 moments of minutes. It could be 10. It could be however numbers. It could be even 3 minutes or 30 seconds. But that coming home to your heart, or coming home to your heart with your breath, or coming home to yourself with the sound, it is that love that you're allowing for. It's like, instead of actually looking for something, allow what's actually there already. The mind gets a little relaxed, and then gets back into the motion of pursuing or moving or however.
Yes. So I'm going to take it to like, to a high level, because it's like these, what can we say it? There's these relationships within relationships.
Mm.
We're always relating within relating, in the sense of like, just like allowing what is in the moment, in the sense of like, you may be having judgments about this call, about this is, you may have a judgment arise, and then you say, I shouldn't be judging. Or you may be doing, I wish I could have a fucking better analogy. I ain't got no other analogy, but I'm just say judgment. I'm gonna just say you judging something, you notice that you're judging something. You're like, oh, I hate that. I don't like that. They're blah, 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 blah. You noticing judgment for yourself. I should be smarter. I should do better. I should be a better whatever. You notice these judgments arising. The relationship within the relationship is, how are you relating to that judgment? Are you resisting that judgment? And if so, just know that you are forgetting what you are actually, because when you are, and when I say allowing the judgment, are you really saying that the judgments can come in my mind and I don't have to fight with them? I'm saying that's exactly what you can do actually. And just like Ademshi said, when you don't resist it, it's like an ice cube in warm hands. It just kind of falls away. But as we're fighting and tugging with these judgments, we're keeping it in this now moment, and we're actually prolonging this now moment unnecessarily. It's perfect though. Or you can be like, oh, you see the judgment. Oh, I see judgment arising again. I see judgment arising again. And that's okay. I love myself. I love myself. And then as you start to fall back into love, your whole perception starts to exude love. You start to pour out love on everything that was not love at first. And then from that place, we like to say the handwriting corrects itself. The judgment just starts to fall away, or it just doesn't even come up anymore because there's no longer any fighting or resisting against it. You've alchemized it into love, because what is a judgment again? It looks like it has it looks like a rock. It looks like a sharp knife. It looks like a gun. It looks like something that's really solid. But in truth, what is the judgment? It's God's energy taking on a different flavor. It's taking on a different color. And it is our ability. It is us as the creators of our reality. We create. It is an opportunity for us to transmute that color, that rock, into a beam of white light. Turn that gun into a beam of white light. Turn that knife into a beam of white light. Turn that shame and that guilt into white light. Purity. Innocence. Don't beat yourself up for this stuff. Stop beating yourself up for having a mind that does what it does. Stop beating yourself up for having feelings that do what they do. Stop beating yourself up for having emotions that do what they do. Because in beating yourself up for that, you're diluting and you're not really seeing the truth of your being. You're not seeing yourself. You're not seeing what you really are. You're getting caught up in the finite experiences that arise, but you're not seeing what you actually are.
Bro, such a beautiful frame that you just presented, because it made me see someone maybe standing by the side of the road and seeing a whole bunch of cars just moving by, and that judgment comes up maybe as a yellow car. And because you see this yellow car, you just decide to run and start getting in the car and trying to, no, you want to stand on the side of the road and witness that's happening, that's coming up, that's moving, that's passing by. You know, you've seen it coming in, and then it's almost gone, and then it's moving, now it's almost away, then it's further away, now it's so far away, you know. But to like get attached and start to get, I guess, in the conversation, I find that that's not suitable. It's not supportive. It's not helpful. But it's okay. And it's also something to learn about, because you can choose to not engage your own thoughts. You can choose to just witness them. You can choose to just observe them and communicate to yourself that you're having them. And then that can be all of it if you let it be so. And for sure, that's what I'm doing. It's not like it's not something that I'm thinking about or something I've read somewhere, but it's actually what I'm doing. For example, I may need like 2 occasions where I'm having this seat every single day. It's not really like a scheduled thing, but it's for sure we're having at least 2, because I have a lot of calls, I have a lot of meetings, and sometimes I'm holding space. So then I have to clear my own space. So sometimes I have to revisit the conversation and see all these cars that we just were talking about together. And then I find myself coming back center to the breath again, coming back to the heart again. And it really helps me be optimized and do deep work for more hours within the day. I just wanted to share that.
Yeah, I want to say this real quick, and I'm excited to hear what Daly has to say, but love is powerful. Peace is powerful. So I can imagine. Well, actually, this is what I want to say. All of us here, John said this on a call. He was like, I don't think any of us are here to serve ourselves. It's not about me, 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 me. It's not about, oh yeah, I just want a yacht and a car and a house. It's not about me, 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 me. And so if that is true, that none of us are here for just ourselves, just recognize that we give this away to other people, but it starts with us. Like, so everything that we're talking about, it's not just so that, yeah, we can go off and feel good. That's going to be great. But it's like, can you give this to another person? Can you give this grace and this love that you found to another person? Because what you give away, you show yourself that you have.
Mm-hmm.
When you can give it away, you show yourself that you have it and that it is you. That is what you are. You are love. You are peace. You are powerful. And it's like, that's what I've been saying, like the relationships that I have, like it's fucking amazing because I'm able to give and receive and give and receive. And when I give them love and they give me love, we recognize ourselves as love. And we're like, damn, we are really love. We're like, wow, this is amazing. We are love. We just crazy. We just go crazy, just screaming about how we are love, and we see that we are love. We see that everything is okay. We see that this is a possibility for more human beings. Because I'm not here to hurt nobody. I see that I'm deaf. I'm not here to hurt nobody. I don't have no ill intentions. None of that. I see that when I stop judging myself, though. Daily, do you still want to say something, brother?
Yes, brother. Good to hear you. I just wanted to say I love the way how you said, Dave, I'm going to take this up a notch, and then you dropped the deepest philosophy I've ever heard. So that just came to me as you was doing it and as you were speaking. Yeah.
Let's go. So thank you, Daily. And so this is a really cool thing. Everybody that's here, it's like I've noticed there's a tendency, like, like it's really good that we speak highly. It's really good that we take it to the highest level because when we take it to the highest level, we allow people to rise to that level.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we're doing. It's like your wisdom is so necessary and it's so needed. Be seen, be heard, take it to that level because we actually need it. What's up, David?
Yeah, I also meant to say when you drop that wisdom and that knowledge, it's also me dropping it. It's also Julita dropping it. It's also Jara dropping it. Gademshi dropping it. Everybody in the room dropping it because the reason for that is we're all one energy. So if it appears that I'm failing, then it might appear that you're failing. But if it appears that I'm winning, you're winning because we're all one energy. We're just spread out into individual pieces of a bigger puzzle. So we're living that life, we're living our lives individually, but we're actually connected at source.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Love that.
We got 100 yeses for that.
Yes, yes. I love that so much. It really gave, if I'm winning, it's because you're winning. So I'm interested that you're winning. I'm interested that you know joy. I'm interested that you know peace. I'm interested that you know the presence of God that lives within you and you are this presence. I'm interested in you feeling yourself in that form of presence that you are. I'm interested in this because now the peace that is everywhere. Everyone can have the experience of world peace, but it really comes from us collectively and individually obtaining inner peace because we're not trying to create peace by seeing it. We're trying to create peace by having it. And so if we make sure institutionalize this function of having this love, having this joy, we're doing the work for everybody because when they engage us, we're filling up cups, not because we want to pour it out, but because it's already flowing. And so, well, I'm just recognizing that each of us can really be allowing for more than our own capacity by having this peace, having this love, having this joy. And yeah, I'm grateful for this opportunity to share what Daily said was so beautiful about how each of us is teaching and each of us is speaking. We're all bringing our own collective energies and we are all one energy. That was just so harmonious.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's such a cool thing. That's so beautiful. So we can say be seen, be heard, and we can be thinking that that's talking about ourselves. Like, I need to be seen, I need to be heard. But it's like, how well are you seeing and hearing another? How well are you seeing and hearing your brother and sister? How well are you seeing them for what they really are? How well are you listening to them for what they really are? I'm not listening to my story about Gademshi. I want to see Gademshi in all of his true glory. I don't want to hear what my thoughts say about Gademshi because what he said to me 3 months ago, I want to see him for what he is. And so my ability to see Gademshi and hear Gademshi and create Gademshi as bride is to the degree that I'm seeing myself and I'm not subscribing to the judgments about myself and about Gademshi. And so this is really fascinating right now because like yet again it's really the paradox where it's like we say allow it all and also decide. allow the judgment to flow through, but also decide that can't be true. I allow and I decide. I allow and I decide. I dance, I let go, and then I move. I hold on and then I let go. So the allowing the expression, but also deciding that the truth is that Gademshi is love. The truth is Yulita is love. The truth is Daily is love. And I'm allowing whatever thoughts come up because I'm gonna love on those thoughts because I'm gonna see that I'm loved, and then I just give that shit away because I really came to the conclusion and to the complete conviction that I am loved, and now I give it away again through allowing. Yeah, you can go ahead, David.
Yeah, I love what Gademshi said about capacity as well, because when you think about it, we're infinite beings. We're infinite beings. And how much times in life do we go through something and we say to ourselves, I'm not sure I can get through that. And then we get through it. So we are reminded time after time of our infinite capabilities, and we even outsmart our own selves at times.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to put that out there. You know, I do feel that we're infinite beings, and even to the point where energy says to the body, you're 100 years old, you're not slowing me down. I'm out of here. I'm going to continue somewhere else.
I'm about to dip off. I'm about to leave this body. I'll see y'all in another universe. Come on. No, I love Daily said, I think that we're infinite. And I'm like, no, I'm going to stand on that. I'm going to create that as truth for me, that we are infinite. I'm going to create that as truth, that we are all infinite and that there is no aspect of us that we have to compromise. Yeah. And the sense of like, you're so infinite that I imagine all of us want to experience a bigger life in the sense of, I want to experience more love. I want to experience more freedom. I want to experience more peace. I want to experience more options in the sense of having more than enough money. I want to experience a bigger house. I want to experience land. All of that, you can kind of say it's a finite expression of infinite energy. That's exactly what it is. It's a finite expression of infinite energy. And so that bigger life, okay, we're not gonna say bigger life, that more expressive life, it's an infinite expression. So it comes from you. That's how we're able to create it. That's where it comes. It comes from this infinite expression of this, of you, of I. It comes from the infinite expression. You want an infinite life? Well, you are the infinite expression. Are you allowing your infinite nature? When you allow this infinite nature, I'm going to just take it here, and I'm excited to hear what Gademshi has to say. I believe all of us are pretty creative beings. Actually, I know Gademshi is, I know Jared is, I know Elite is, I know Jess is, I know Yvette is, Daily. We all create. We all like creating in the sense of like, I know Jared makes music, Daily makes poetry and things like that. Jess does card reading and things like that. So we're all fucking creative. Like, where does that come from? Where does that come from? Just acknowledge that. And are you allowing that creativity? Because what I've seen is that in allowing my creative nature, I deepen the intimacy that I have with this infinite nature where everything comes from. Allow your creativity for the intimacy that you get to create within yourself and that infinite nature. Go ahead, David. Go ahead, Gademshi.
Oh man, that creative intimacy. I love that. That frame is so beautiful. Creative intimacy. That's really what it is.
I didn't even say that, but I like that.
I heard
creative intimacy. That's so good.
I heard that. And so we said it together.
Yes, we did.
But what I captured is like, that allowing, see, the allowing, it's like making things for you when it comes to that creative experience, not for what it's going to do when you post it online, not for how it's going to seem when it goes in the thumbnail prints and the text and the, not for all of those things, but it's for you. And what I was seeing was like being so busy in like a laboratory or something for like 5 years, and then you come out with one thing. It's like, have the time that you need for your creation, but not for anything else, but for that experience. We're creative beings. Like, I think sometimes we get a little expectational because of what we see, but we have to recognize what's coming has never been seen. You have to see it first.
Yeah.
So comparing the creativity, and it's not helpful, because it's like, you're going to see it better when you look within. You're going to see it
Yes.
better. You're going to see it better when you create your personal space to connect with what's flowing from you and through you and by you. By your hands is these things going to be made. You're at the potter's wheel. See, we're in the potter's wheel, the spirit, and the potter's wheel, the universe and God. And then our creations are at our potter's wheel. And so we are creations of the creator to create. And so
Oh,
we are fashioning something, and it's going to take time to get the bowl the way my bowl, not Jared's bowl or Daly's bowl or Yulita's bowl, but your bowl. And it's like, your bowl is nobody else's bowl. Nobody knows what it is actually. It could not be, you can call it something else. It don't even have to be a bowl. You could say, this is not a bowl, y'all. And it'd be looking like a bowl. And it has a whole different name because it's what you said it is. I know recently I came up with this word. It's called shabuzi. I don't know what it means. I don't know what. I was just telling my mom, I was like, yeah, mom, it's only gonna take me a couple of seconds. I'm gonna come over there and do a little shabuzi. And I was like, I'm gonna come over there, open this program on your computer, and then delete this because you said you're having problems with it. It's just a little shabuzi. That's it. It's a little shabuzi. I'm about to push record and make this little shabuzi. I don't know. I don't know what it means. It came a couple of days ago, but it's kind of cool. I feel like it sounds fun. I feel like it's fun to say.
dude,
And
that's a shabuzi, bro. I love that. Shabuzi. We about to go into the shine space and do a little shabuzi. Are y'all coming? Yo, guess what happened in the shine space? It was a shabuzi. Like, that's what we doing, man. Davy's gone. I mean, this is gone. Come on.
I was just saying to say, y'all, like, let yourself be creative about whatever you're doing.
Yeah.
Making it yours, that makes it what it is. It's like, if you think about what you're doing, like content, then it's like on the other side of what you're doing. It's like, I'm creating this video to express my heart to this topic that came to me about this. That's why I'm doing. To somebody else, oh, he posted a video. But no, I didn't post a video. I posted a conversation of my deep intimacy with this concept that I was discussing with myself. So I said all of that so that I could like kind of give, like, other people are going to call what you do something.
Yeah.
You want to call what you're calling the name that is coming with.
Yes.
Uh,
Yes, I know exactly where. I mean, I really can't like scream this enough. Like, yes, because I've had the experience over the last month. It's like I'm being and I'm doing something, and people can only give the label to it what they know.
mhm.
They trying to tell me what it is, and I'm like, I mean, I don't think it's sad, but you can call it that. But I don't think it's sad actually. I just think it's me being myself. Call it what you want to call it, and if you're calling it something, like at least call it something that's of service to you. Don't call it nothing that's making you fucking disappointed or some shit like that. Create it beautifully.
Very beautifully.
Create to create. We talked about this, but it's like the shine space is only here because we decided to create. We're not doing it so more people can come to the call. We're not doing it so we can get all these accolades. We don't care. I'm creating this to create this, and I don't promote the shine space because I need to promote it because I want people to come. I share this because I love sharing it. I fell in love with this creation to such a degree that I just love sharing it with people. That's what happens in our creative process, is that we're creating it for something outside of us rather than creating it for us to fall in love with the creation.
Mhm.
Fall in love with it, because when you fall in love with it, you just go share it. You just like, I need to share this with people because you fucking love it. So Daly said the infinite nature, and I'm gonna let you go, Daly, but it's like we are infinite. And so anything that you're doing to get something is a compromise to your infinite nature. I'm doing this to get this. Wait a minute, why? You're infinite. I'm posting to get likes. Wait a minute, why? You're infinite. You got all the likes already. You're infinite. You can't get no more likes than being infinite. You can't get any more love than being infinite. You can't get anything. So when you start to see that, you really can't get anything from the external world. Like, really, you really can't. When you see you can't get anything from the external world, you will start giving everything to yourself, and you will start giving it to others. And then you will see that, oh, I actually do have it. You can't get anything. You have everything. Give it to yourself and give it to other people. And then you'll be like, oh, I actually do have it. And you'll see that it doesn't make sense to try to get anything from anywhere. It just doesn't make sense anymore. What's up, Daly?
Yeah, man, love that, Dave. That's so powerful, man. That's the essence, you know, because when we're talking about creating, when we're talking about creating and our infinite power and our abundant power to create, we don't have to be necessarily singing and dancing on TV or in front of a camera or like a massive show with 50,000 people and them all cheering your name. It's like, no, it's the creating part is for you. And it doesn't necessarily have to be in the public size, but what aligns at this moment in time for your true essence and your true nature. What do we feel plugged into that we actually feel like we want to connect to, you know, for our own self? Because if we go the external route, then we're disconnected from the infinite, eternal collective. But if we go the internal route and come back home, that reconnects us to everything else.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. I love that, Daly. I love how you said the external route, because it's like you can go that way. And sometimes it may seem like that, but then knowing where you're coming from, knowing where you're starting from, knowing where home is, knowing where home is to a degree that you carry it with you. And I just feel that the creativity that's coming is going to be at a different capacity just from this one conversation right now. Because we're choosing and making the decision to be open, to be bright, to be receptive to our own self, our own spirit, and we're also being receptive to the creation. We're literally creating a higher capacity to create in the Shine Space right now. The Shine Space is growing every single call, and we're not actually promoting it. We're just sharing what we're doing. We're not even doing anything really. It's like we're just sharing. It's like we're not even, I mean, I guess if we're doing something, we're sharing, I guess. But then it's like, it's reflecting this depth of love, this magnitude of creativity that everyone now is embodied with and then uses. And then everything gets, it's like this domino that each domino gets larger because it's next. It's, yeah.
Yes.
Infinite,
So I would like, what's up?
Infinite creativity. Yeah, go ahead.
So, I mean, I don't know about y'all, but like, how many of y'all would love to see 6 other people invested in your vision? How many people would love to see 6 other people invested in their vision? I would. Okay, cool. So that happens. That's happening right now. I created the Shine Space, but I have people here that are invested in the vision of the Shine Space. That's why we're here. That didn't come from me saying that, let me go find people. I need to go get. It came from here. It came from inside out. It didn't come from me looking. It came from, if I looked anywhere, I looked inwardly. It came from the inside out. So it's like, if you really want people to invest in your vision, show up for what you're creating. If you want people to root for your creation, are you rooting for your creation? Are you truly in love with that creation? Because you can go the external route where you try to get people to buy into your creation until you don't even love it. And no wonder why nobody's like, they like, I don't know about that. No wonder why. It's you. There's no nothing out there. Everything that you will experience will be an expression of what you are. So everybody is that's in the shine space, you are an expression of me. You are an expression of love. You are an expression of the shine space. You are the shine space. How cool is that?
That's so dope. Yeah, I love that, bro. Absolutely, absolutely. Let's say that the energy that you just gave right there was like allowing us to recognize that we are literally creating this together. Like, there's nothing more awesome than that. The creating together, sharing. I mean, this is like ice cream. Top tier ice cream, best kind. I don't know, maybe you want some swirl chocolate. I don't know, however you like it. But this is that. And it's almost like one to also point at your expression is also that. It's like the ice cream of your spirit, the ice cream of your super creative beingness. It's going into your creatings, and somebody else is going to have a taste of this ice cream, but it's only going to be as good as you like it because it's your ice cream. And so it's not to say that you're making it so that people do like it though, but it's that the possibilities of someone falling in love with it is to the degree of how much love you are in with it. Yeah.
Yeah. Bro, the world gets how you love you. That's all the world gets. How well are you seeing yourself? How well are you loving yourself? There's something that came to mind, and maybe it will come back to me. But like, oh, you have all the resources. Like, I love Ganesh said, like, we are creating this together. But like, this is what obstructs our creation, is that we think that we're doing it alone. It's like you can never be doing it alone because guess what? You got the fucking sun helping you. You got the oxygen helping you. You got your heartbeat helping you. You got you got everything helping. You got the technology helping you. You're not doing this alone. You are creating with creation. You are creator. You are creating with creation. And even more, when you see, when you allow yourself to be seen, when you allow yourself to be heard, when you allow yourself to see others, when you allow yourself to hear others, you will see that you really are supported and you really are the infinite source of life. And there's nothing that you lack. Everything is here. So the deeper thing about being seen and heard is not about you just like, everybody see me, everybody hear me. It's like, no, like really see and listen and hear what you are, like really though. And guess when you can do that? You do it right now. While you're sitting in your chair, are you seeing what you are, or are you seeing the stories about what you think you are because your mom told you this, because the government told you this, because your cousin did this? Are you actually seeing what you are, or are you seeing the stories about what you think you are? And are you actually listening for what you are, or are you listening for the bullshit of why you're not enough or why, blah? That's all okay too. That's all just it's an invitation. Those things are invitations to see and hear more clearly. I think Gademshi want to say something then. After Gademshi, after you speak, bro, we're going to open up the floor for everybody, and then I'll let you go, Daily, and I would love to just, it's Reflection City now, a Shabuzi.
So, thank you, bro. I appreciate that. I'm laughing so much because I didn't prepare to say that, and I don't think I shared it with anybody. So now that I'm hearing it being said, it's cracking me up so much. Well, I would say it's a good time for us to allow Daily to go ahead and say something, then we can open up the floor.
Beautiful.
Yes, wow, Dave, everything you said was so powerful. It left me like kind of blown away. And I wish I could quote some of this stuff back, but it just blew me away so much. So I've forgotten. But And Gademchi, I remembered what you said though. You said something about people can only love you to the capacity that you love yourself. I think that's what you said, if I recall your words right. And that's just so powerful because I've always thought to myself, why is it that people say nobody can love you if you don't love yourself? And those kind of statements along those lines you've heard. But then when you think about it, like, you know, it's just the level of love we have inside is like a magnet, really. It kind of pulls things towards us and it attracts things because it's not repelling and resisting, but it's welcoming, it's warm, and it's loving. And it's real. It's not I wouldn't say fake. I would say it's real. It's not there's no blocks in the energy field. It's just free flowing.
Mm.
I agree, bro. And I was almost meditating with what you said right now.
That was a
You know,
word
'cause
right there.
that was a really good word, bro. Yes, I'm gonna leave it at yes.
I just love that. It's so good because you said things like it's inviting, it's so warm, it's so there's no blockages. Like that's it. So it's like, people will love you as much as you love yourself because you're not blocking it out. You're not like blocking it. You open to love for yourself. You're not like, no, you can't love me. And then you're like, oh, people actually love me. It's like, no, you just allowed love into your life, and it looks like but they are, truthfully. So one of the things that I always just want to really acknowledge here is that, I know it's a lot of guys up here talking and men talking, but what us men are learning, we're learning from the divine essence of women, actually, because y'all are the purest reflections of what we're talking about. Women are the universe, like they are. Obviously, they are, but it's like I heard this thing is that like so women have a womb, and like that womb is where everything comes from. So that's where babies come from, obviously. But it's like it's this infinite source that creates things. It creates life. That's the womb right there. So that is the universe. It's like that is literally the universe. It creates life. So us men are talking about creation, but women have been creating, and they create in a powerful way. And so I know we didn't have any women talk today, but we're doing this for the divine essence of women, and we're learning, and we're growing, and we're allowing more softness, more gentleness. That's why we're talking about this, because of what y'all reflect back to us, and we're catching up. So open the floor to anybody, but if any of the women would like to say anything, you lead to Jess, Yvette. If y'all would like to say anything first, we would love that. And actually, how cool is this? The first fucking Shine Space, it was only one woman and it was a lot of men, and now it's 3 women and 4 men. Like we catching up. Like y'all, like we here. It's got to be perfect now. So yes, that's it. That's it.
I will go. I hope you can hear me.
Loud and clear.
Great. But yes, talking about wombs, love that this topic is about being heard, being seen, and like that's for me in this moment. Like I'm in my pre-period phase, so meaning I will move into my period, and it's always a more like kind of like a more darker period for a woman, maybe a little bit more dense, more insecurities, more like gray, dull type of energy, what kind of comes through. That's kind of what I just like felt being here, because I've experienced so many like shine space, like so many weeks. And then this week I was just sitting here. I was like, oh, I feel kind of like, not the most excited, but still just being very happy that I can be here. And like the relaxation, definitely, that this space brings, just the words of love, the words of light, the words of peace. Just peace, so much peace. I say this every week. It's just such a peaceful space. And yeah, that's just what I felt, that I was like being seen in wherever you are, and that's okay. And then I loved the saying that Gadamshi said about like your hands, and then you're holding like ice cubes. And then I even like saw kind of further that it's like if you just practice like kind of like a tool, which you can do is like you have your hands and then you try to imagine putting the feeling you have in your hands, but that's impossible because it's like it's not solid. And then the moment you realize that you never can put that actually in your hands, then you can realize that it's so like flexible and it's so open and it can like, yeah, it's movable basically. It's not solid. So, it can leave again. And that's kind of what I felt while being here, that I just imagine myself trying to put this feeling that I have in my hands and it's just impossible. And with that, I know that it's not forever and, it will flow again and leave again in the cycles and phases of life. And is there anything else? I don't know. I don't think there was anything else. I just loved all the shares that were being shared and just grateful for this space, for Dave, for you, and for Gadamshi for being such grounded presence. Very like this time you both of you talked very like almost guided meditation voices. And that's kind of what it felt like. So like subtle, low, relaxed voices. Well, maybe before it was more like upbeat, but apparently that's what it was supposed to be right now. But yeah, that was very pleasant, very nice. So thank you both for hosting this once again.
Yeah. Really though. This is who I get to be with. She's just demonstrated to us being seen and being heard. Thank you so much, Alita, for just sharing your experience and also just showing up and being bright always. And like that's the demonstration. Like she just put it all on the table here. Like that's fucking cool as fuck. Like let's go. Thank you, Alita. Truly.
Thank you so much. That was beautiful. I love that holding the feeling in your hand and love what you shared about that. That felt so freeing because it's like you're going to find that there's nothing that you can hold, so there's nothing that can hold you. It's just a matter of time, and I love that. It's just so yeah.
Yvette, I see you.
Hey, sorry, I'm at the doctor's office, so I'm gonna do my best to not be super loud here. But so I think the biggest thing, I'm a note taker and I was driving, so I couldn't do that. But I think one of the things that hit me was when you guys said, I don't remember who said it either, that we succeed, like we succeed together. Like you succeed because I succeed. And it feels like maybe if I'm failing, I maybe feel like y'all are failing, right? But to me that hit home because I think there's a lot of pressure in succeeding. And if I feel like everybody's got my back and everybody's supporting me, then I think that makes the pressure a little bit less. Does that make sense? I'm super appreciative. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful for this place and all of you. I missed you guys last week.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Yvette. We miss you too. Thank you so much for sharing too. Yeah, it's always good to hear that, like what is supportive and yeah, no, like just how you said it too, is that like, yeah, when it feels like it's up to me to succeed, it's so much pressure. It's just like, damn, I gotta do a lot of stuff. But it's like when you like, well, actually the whole universe is here to help me succeed. It kind of creates a lot more space. So I love that.
Absolutely. I love the everyone is supporting me energy because that frame of understanding is the truth, actually. The actual truth, actually. And I love how you said it, Yvette. I don't know who said it either. I love how you said it because it's a beautiful frame of placement for your own heart. Like, why have thoughts of other people having thoughts of you that are not supportive? you don't even have to entertain that. You can actually choose to believe that other people are supportive of you, and you believe that other people support you, and you'll damn sure be having that. And I just love that so much because I feel that right here in the space. I feel that with everybody here in this space. And yeah, that's very important. What's up, Daily?
Yeah, I want to say this real quick though, but I just thought about it. It's that yeah, everybody's supporting me and they just figuring out how to support me too. So if they not supporting me right now, they just figuring it out. It's like, you know, I just want to create that. It's like, I want to create that they're figuring out how to support me. Why are they figuring out how to support me? Because they're figuring out how to support themselves.
Mm.
When they can support themselves, they will support me. So ain't no pressure on them. They're figuring it out. And I'm gonna just keep supporting myself and cheering them on. I'm like, yes, they gonna figure it out. You know?
I love that, bro. I have to write that down.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's huge. I love that. Everybody's figuring out how to support me, and they're supporting me by figuring it out.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Gademshi really did meditate today. He put us in the meditation. He's a guy. Magic man.
I really did. I really did. And the reason too, because I've been doing a lot of like late work, so I haven't been sleeping early. And so I had to meditate before I came on. So you definitely read that correctly.
It's a mind right. Cool, cool, cool. Daily, my God.
Yes, Dave. Yes, Dave. It was me that said that about the being one energy, and I just think of it like this. You know, if we're one energy, when we go outside, we're seeing reflections of ourselves. We're seeing mirrors and looking at others. You know, if we don't like something, it's triggered something inside of us. So it's just a reflection to point us back to home.
Mm-hmm. Only always. Only always. I love that. And that's such yet again, a powerful frame because when you start to see that, like you start to see that everything is just helping helping you come back to you. Like everything, it's nothing separate from that. It's like, it's helping you wake up, it's helping you remember. And like you get to go through, okay, so let me just say this real quick. There's a quote in the Bible that says, a double minded man is wicked in all its ways. Double minded is wicked in all its ways. And so, what we are accessing here, and this is a high level thing, is that like for our mind to be one pointed, our mind to be one direction, one direction, one direction. There is no two powers. There is no devil out to get me. There is no enemy out to get me because that creates a double mindedness. And so, when you come to this point, this is yet again one mindedness, one direction. Your attention is focused in one area. Your attention is the most valuable thing that you have. Your attention is your awareness. And so if you're putting your attention on, oh, there's someone out to get me, then you're separating yourself. And that's not supporting your awakening. I'm going to say it like that. It's not supporting your awakening. So what supports awakening is to be one pointed, one direction. This is God, and this must be God, and this must be helping me experience more God. This must be helping me experience more love. That one focus will speed up your awakening process because you're not considering all this shit. One focus. This is for me. This is helping me wake up. This is love. That will literally, like, you will jump into a new universe. For real though. Like, for real. Yeah, Gademption, you muted right now.
Oh yes, that single pointedness, that one direction mind. I love that, bro. There's no two powers, there's only one power. And it's all about which power are you recognizing?
Mm-hmm.
Only one. And so if you're not recognizing the one, now you're entertained by an illusion of some sort. You're entertained by a creation that's polarized. And all you gotta do is recognize that you're doing that. And recognize that the love of God, the love of life, the infinite spirit is present as what you're seeing. So it's not really about changing anything, but how you're looking. So somebody will say, I gotta change how I look, but it's like, oh, hold on one second. Hold on one second, make sure. No, it's not change how you look, how you're being seen, but it's how your being is seen, or how your form of sight is happening. How are you looking? Or change your perception is a better word, I guess. But it's also check how you're looking.
Yes. So I heard this analogy yesterday is that like Just imagine our attention and our awareness is just our pointer finger, and we only got one pointing finger. You can only point at one thing at a time. What are you pointing at? What are you pointing at? What are you pointing at? Are you pointing at there's a devil out to get me and there's evil because you are creating that? That's your attention. Wherever your energy goes, wherever your focus goes, energy goes. And so it's not to resist that either because you've been practicing pointing at what you don't want.
Mhm.
So don't resist it, but it is an opportunity. It's like, oh, I'm pointing at something that I feel it. It feels like shit. It doesn't feel good, and I'm pointing at it. And God's grace, God's grace. Give yourself some grace. Give yourself some space because that's how you dissolve, and that's how you redirect that pointing. You redirect that pointing by giving yourself more grace and love because you start to remember that you start to point at what you do want because what you want is love, anyways.
Mhm.
I'm
Wow.
point I'm pointing at I'm pointing at they are supporting me succeed. I'm pointing at these people are cheering me on. I'm pointing on that because that's actually what I want.
Mm, mm. I'm going to do some really good pointing today because
Hey,
I love that analogy and that realization that you can only point at one thing at a time. And it's really about recognizing what are you pointing to. And so I love that so much. I think it's a great analogy.
yeah. Uh last thing, and then if Jared and Jess have anything, I would love to hear. I would love to hear your voices. Um, like the handwriting corrects itself. Man, didn't you say this? But it's like all you have to do. Awareness is 90% of the work, and so in your recognition that I'm pointing at something that I don't want, allow that awareness to move you into a new direction. Don't fight yourself. Don't be like, why am I pointing at this? I know I don't want this. Like, you don't got to do all that. Just acknowledge that you're pointing at what you don't want. And then in that acknowledgement, you create space. And then you're like, what do I want? Oh, I want to experience more love, peace, and presence. I want to experience peace on this earth. I'm going to give you a big topic right now. It's like the war that's happening in Palestine and things like that. People could really be like, well, there's a right side. It's like, why the fuck are we having war? Why are people still killing each other? Like that's the end of the story. Like, what are you pointing at? Like, I'm pointing at unity. I'm pointing at peace and love. I'm not pointing at who's right and who's wrong. No one should be killing each other. It's a demonstration of separation and illusion, and that's we're not pointing at that. We're pointing at unity and love and togetherness, actually.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And yeah, with that too.
Mm-hmm.
Find that it's important that we are recognizing what we're calling out of situations or what we're speaking into situations. A lot of times people like to just be like fact finders, basically say what it looks like without adding any creativity, without adding any God, without adding any intention. And it's like what waste of words. Like waste of words. It's like we can always choose the frequency and always choose like you're saying, this shouldn't even be something that's happening on the planet because we should be respecting life so much that we should be cherishing every single lick of it, no matter how it's showing, whether it's the bees, the animals, the people, everything should be taken with the same holy respect of living.
Yeah.
So yeah, absolutely.
That's why go deeper. We go higher. I thought this was the open share time. It's for us to go deeper. Jared, I want to hear from you, brother.
Yeah.
Hey.
What's up, Jess?
So I love that you guys said, I think it was Daily, he said to take your internal route back home, to be open to the positive perspective and to look for the good and to allow yourself to be the infinite creative being that we are, and to create with the creation. Mm-hmm. Just to be seen, to be heard, and to be bright. I just love that you invited me to this space, and Kademshi said in the beginning, it's an exhilarated vibrancy. Like I'm just like right now. So I just thank you guys so much for this space, and I took a bunch of notes. So I just thank you guys so much for all of this.
Yes.
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 Jess. Thank you.
Real talk, Jess. Like, come on. I love that. Thank you for creating this with us, truly, because, like, yeah, like, I would not have ever heard your words and got your energy if you weren't here. So thank you for creating this experience for us, truly, like, so meaningful. Yeah, that exhilarating happiness. Like, what's up? Yeah.
Yes, that's so good.
Oh, I want to say thank you, everyone, each and every one of you, for being here, for bringing your presence. I imagine that when me or you or we just be ourselves, that's the greatest gift that we can offer to the world in all of the different complexities that make up who we are. And one thing that's coming up for me is like seeing other people how we would like to be seen ourselves. And then also like, okay, if you're like, for example, if I'm having something coming up to the surface in connection with another person, okay, what are they reflecting back to me? And how can I start to see parts of myself that may be feeling either unlovable or unworthy or whatever it is through the lens of God, through who I actually am. And then also like when I'm seeing Dave or Gademshi or Jess or Julita or Dale or Yvette in the light of their spirit, that's what comes out in them and helps them go through their own process of self-actualization. And that's exactly when Dave hopped on the call, that's the first thing that he did. That's how I imagine that we can all step into our own frame of being leaders in creating a world where everyone is just free to be themselves, liberated in their truth.
Yeah.
So this space is like Dale has mentioned, we're all infinite. And what I imagine is happening right now is all this consciousness, this collective consciousness that we're creating in this group is not only affecting our lives right now, but it's affecting other people, like just through bringing this energy. And it's beautiful for me to witness. So thank you. I can feel it. I can feel it in my heart. I can feel each of your hearts. And let's continue shining.
Yes.
Yep. That is the expression of Jared. That's Jared, y'all. Let's go, bro. I love that, man. Fucking beautiful, bro. Thank you for that, truly. There's so much possibility. There's so much opportunity. There's so much opportunity for us to create. Like we are literally just getting started. Each and every one of us are just getting started. There's so much love that we can express. There's so much of ourselves that we get to express. And we started here today. Like your life will never be the same after this call. That is my commitment. It is done. You have heard something, you have felt something, you have become someone new on this call. Whoever I said this last time, it's like, who you're being on this call today, go be that in the world. That's it. Go practice being who you're being on this call today. Go practice being that in the world and watch how the world changes. Just watch it change. It's so cool. That's all we got to do is love. Shabuzi. Let's go. We all got the Shabuzi.
Shabuzi.
We got the Shabuzi. That is real today. Gademshi. Yes, we created it, y'all. Gademshi was the father of that.
Oh my God, that's mind blowing to me, y'all. Because I honestly, I did not. when I said it, I was like, oh wait, where you going to come down? It's so fresh. I just thought about it the other day. I was just telling my mom, I was like, Mom, it's gonna be a little shabuzi. It's nothing. She said shabuzi. I was like, yeah, Mom, it's a shabuzi. And now it's a real thing. I'm
We're
loving
gonna
it.
call this not gonna be the Shine Space. It's gonna be called the Shine Shabuzi. That's what we're gonna call it. It's not a space anymore. It's the Shabuzi. Y'all come to the Shine Shabuzi. We're gonna have a fun
Oh
time.
my
That's
God.
kind of
Y'all use it however, because it's like it can be a noun, it could be a thing you're doing. It's just so awesome. I don't know. I just get
you are a Shabuzi. You could be a Shabuzi. Oh, cool. Kadimshi, would you like to lead us off this call? I would appreciate that.
Oh, yes. Well, first, I would say thank you to everyone. I'm so grateful that Dave brought this intention and we're here. I'm just so grateful about that. If I had a gratitude journal, which I do, it's in there. I wrote about it because it's a thing. It's like not being able to have this form of expression. I'm telling you guys, the summary is forgetfulness. That's what it is. If you don't show you what you've really known, what you've really learned, and the things that are very valuable to you, you end up forgetting about them. And so I just want to acknowledge this space and give my gratitude and then say it's a really good time for us to take a really deep breath and then move into a word of prayer. I think
Let's
that
go.
would be fun. So let's take a deep breath together. Thank you, Mother, Father, God, for this moment, for this opportunity to share, to learn, to grow, and to see ourselves in the light of God, and from the eyes of God in this conversation, in this share, and everything that has been shared. And so as we leave, we don't leave. We carry this space with us. We go and we become and display the light of God that we shared here, the light of love that we embodied here. And we do this like it's every day because it is. And we let it be so. And so it is. Amen and amen.
Amen.
Ashe, namaste. I love the namaste as well. So I want to say namaste because I see God in each and every single one of you.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's the word. That's the word. Thank you, Kadimshi. I love all of y'all. Thank y'all for being here. I will ask y'all to show up again next Thursday. We'll be at the space again. We'll be at the Shabuzi. We're gonna have a good time. And yes, thank y'all for being here.
Thank you all.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.